प्रोग्रामिंग कॉन्सेप्ट विषय पढ़ी तर ये क्लासटा हूँ प्रोग्रामिंग आ कॉन्सेप्टर एमसीक्यू पैटर्न the instruction that tell computer the instruction tell that computer how to carry out the processing task refers to as computer now programs a set rules telling the computer what is the operation to perform is called programming language. A set of the rules telling the computer what operation to perform called as a programming programming language. Which of the following contains specific rules what express the logical step by an algorithm? What the programming structure? And dash program is called run away does not need to alter any way executive. Who is the regarded the world fast programmers? The world fast programmers is Ada Lovelace. Ada Lovelace is the world's fast programmers. Fast kana Ada Lovelace. Who is the Ada Lovelace? A factor in the selection of source. A factor of the selection of source language is all of the program language program completed with other software. The language which can easily integrated with the hardware are called low level language. Language which can easily interact with her hardware are called low level language. कौन कहा जाए ना low level language. Language which can easily interact with the hardware are called low level. Language which easily interacted with the hardware are called low level. Hardware code low level language. Machine language is all of them. Is the language in which programs were fast written is the only language distributed to the computer difference only type of another all of the above. कहाँ पर ना all of the above. The use of combination in ones to zeros future which is the following type of computer language. Which type of computer language? The machine language. Which the machine language. What the machine language? The use combination 0 to 1 to 0 is that's the machine language. Each model of computer has unique machine language. Use highly unique machine language. All computers execute machine language program. All computers what? You are snaking into USA, Mexico. Yeah. So machine language programs. The language which can be related easily is assembly language. What? The assembly language. The language which can be relocated easily, assembly language use alphabetic codes in place binary number use the machine language. What? The machine language. So which language can CPU dependent? The assembly. What? That's the assembly. Which language is CPU dependent? Assembly. I can help. Yes. Yes, of course. Dash source the bridge between raw hardware and programming layer of computer system. Medium level language. The medium level language. The which of the following the machine independent program? The high level language. High level language is the independent and low level language. So low level ne high level language the independent program the high level language. Computer language used for calculation. Computer language used for calculation is Fortran. 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 What? That's the Fortran. What? The Fortran. Which of the following language is mathematically oriented language used for scientific problem? The Fortran. Fortran stand for formula translation. Not translation. Formula translation. Formula, not formal. Formula translation. LISP is discount for artificial intelligence. What the artificial? What the artificial intelligence? LISP design. LISP is the AI, artificial intelligence. The photon stand for formula translation. List the second oldest high level. The second oldest high level programming language. Here LISP stands for list processing. List processing. List LISP list processing. The list processing. What does CO stand in COBOL? The common oriented. What the common? That's the common oriented. COBOL. Common oriented. Which of the following is not characterized in COBOL? It is very efficient in terms of coding and executions. What the execution? A computer programs used for business application. What the COBOL? COBOL. COBOL. Not logo, not basic, not Fortran. That's the COBOL. The business line. Business application. Who among the following invented the computer language COBOL? Grace Murray Hopper. Grace GRES. Grace Murray Hopper. Who among the following invented the computer language the COBOL? Okay, the C programming language. What the programming language was developed by Dennis Richards. Dennis the C programming language design developed by Dennis Richards. Dennis Richards. C++ language. What the C++ language is developed Vajran structure. What the Vajran structure. Python is a high level language. What the Python? What the Python is a high level language. The Python is a high level language. The Python. What the Python is a high level language. Java is refers to as high level language. Java. What the Java refers to the high level language. Java, Python as high level. So computer language used of internet in Java. The language used for development of various games is Java. The language used for development of the various game is Java. Which of the following is program language for creating a special programs like applets? Which the Java? Which of the following language for Android development? Java. Android development Java. Who invented JavaScript? Programming language? Brendan is. What? The Brendan. Brendan Brendan Jen. The JavaScript. Who invented the JavaScript programming language? Brendan is. In which year did JavaScript programming language come into existence? 1995. 1995 re. In which year the script programming language come into existence? 1995. In which year did? The 1995. Which of the following is not a computer language? The Lotus, LOTUS. Lotus is not a computer language. Basic is the computer language. COBOL is the computer language. Fortran is computer language. Lotus. What the Lotus? C basic, COBOL, Java are example of dash language. The high level. C basic, COBOL, Java is a high level language. Dash is written is description of a computer programming function. Documentation written description of a computer programs and functions. Debugging is the process of checking errors in the software programs. Debugging is checking the error software program. Translator program used in assembly language is called assembler. The dash program is used to convert mnemonic code to machine code. Assembler. ASSEMBLER. What? The assembler. The assembler program is used to convert mechanical code to machine code. The function of an assembler is to convert assembly language into machine language. To convert an assembly language to machine language. Convert assembly language to machine language. Function of an assembler. An assembler is a machine dependent. An assembler is a machine dependent. The machine dependent assembler. Which of the following is not true and which of the following is not true? An assembler, it is a translator of the C program. It is the translator of C program. Which of the following is not true about an assembler? In translate the C program, compiler is a all above them. Compilation create executive program. Compilation create and executive programs. Computer programs are written in high level programming language. However, the common readable version of program is called source code. Computer program written the high level programming language. However, the human readable version program is called source code. Second generation language are language of that concept. I can hear that consists of assembly language. What? The assembly language. Second generation language and are language the consist of assembly. What? The assembly language. Which of the following generation language consists of statement similar to statement the human language? The 4GL. The fourth generation language. Which of the following generation language consists of statement similar to statement the human language? But the human language which are called human language. Human language. What? The human language is called fourth generation language. The compiler creates the executive programs. So compiler is a computer program part of software program converting for a high level machine language. A set of step-by-step producer of accomplishing tasks known as what? The algorithm. What is the algorithm? A set of step-by-step procedures for accomplishing tasks is known as algorithm. Error is a program is called error is a program of bug. B-O-G. What? The bug. Bug. Error is a program is called bug. Error which occurs when tried to read file without opening it is classified of execution error message. Execution error message. Error which occurs the program tries to read the without opening it classified is execution error message. Dash are words the programming language set aside to the own use reserved words. What? The reserved words. Reserved words which are the programming language were set aside to the own use. Dash is cross between human language and programming language. The pseudo code. Pseudo cross between the human language and a programming language. In programming, repeating some statement is usually called looping. L-O-O-P-I-G. Looping. In programming or repeating some statement is usually called looping. What is the full form? DFD? Data Flow Diagram. DFD का full form. DFD का full form data full document, data file document, data flow diagram. But the data flow diagram so some kind of division. Total question 56. The instruction that tell a computer how to carry out the processing task referred to computer, that's the programs. A set of rules telling computer what operation called is a programming language. Okay. Who is the regard the world fast programmer? Adal Lovec. A factor of the selection of source language, the all of the above language usually installed with the hardware are called low level. What? The low level language. Which language easily installed with the hardware is called low level language. Machine language is the language which programs are fast written is the only language understood by the computer and the none of them. The uses combination 1 to 0, which the type of computer the machine language. So thank you. Let's today to sir full पाइबा देइथरु next video देखाबो. I will come back next video. Okay, stay with me. I love you.